Ooh, pretty synced today. Pretty good.
Squirted a bit.
Oh no. Cheers and welcome to episode 100 of Alla de små sakerna. Skål för fan.
Cheers with your water glass.
Water glasset. Yeah.
Welcome.
Water glasset. That was very Swinglish.
So
Swing.
today we got a little special episode. We planned something bigger, I guess, but well, we're great at planning as usual, so that didn't really happen. It might still happen in the future. We're not quite sure, but as for a later date.
Yeah.
We got some stuff in the plans, but for now, this is the 100th episode. Remember to follow us on Instagram and all that shit. YouTube, also especially YouTube now, because we got a interview coming up that we'll talk about in a second. Spotify, Instagram, YouTube.
Everywhere.
Alla de små sakerna.
Yeah.
And yeah, well, I guess we'll start off with... do we start with a recommendation, maybe?
Yeah,
just to get that out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have it's an album, but a song from the album by Subi Club, which is a
Subi Club.
Yeah, he was the DJ for Aries the first time we saw him.
He was?
Yeah, but he went under a different name then. He was called Bisquick.
Okay.
And now he's Subi Club, and he just released an album called Trinket. But on this album, it's a bunch of like small songs and sounds, I guess. But towards the end of the album is a song called Recap, where he just talks about like, it's a very slow song, and he just talks about like what has happened his last few years. And it's a very cozy song, and it's cool, kind of relatable. Yeah, it's not very heavy or any type of rock or metal stuff. It's just very cozy song.
Nice.
Yeah.
I might think I'm the wrong artist here, but it wasn't Subi Club the one who released like a song 5 years later from... Yeah. That's the guy.
Yeah. So he basically has up until now had like 3 or 4 songs.
Yeah.
And now he has an album out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I like that song.
Yeah.
I don't recall what it was called.
No, he had one called Burbank House, and then Laced Up was the latest
Laced Up,
one.
I think it was. Yeah.
And that's the only songs he has had until now, basically.
Damn.
Yeah.
And that was pretty early on the podcast too.
Yeah, it was.
I think.
Yeah.
Damn. Andreas, do you have...
No, I'm looking, so...
All right.
You go ahead, and I keep searching.
I go ahead. I'm gonna say Lucky Boys Confusion.
Ooh.
Do you know the band?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Sorry. So Rasmus, you know?
Yeah, I do.
How do you know?
I just, emo music.
All right.
Basically.
Yeah, all right.
I can't recall any songs, but I think it's one of those, if it's played at like the emo club, I'll probably pick it up maybe.
All right.
If it is played at the emo club.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's popped up so many songs through like different like Goldfinger mixes that I listened to a lot recently. And I think especially the song Bossman was like that was big on me. It was so much like ska punk. It was so much fun. So I'm like so hooked on that track. But also like when I've listened to these mixes, I was like, that one was really good. And then like I don't know, 3 songs later there comes another song, and I'm like, this is really good. It's also Lucky Boys Confusion. And then another song. And I was like, this is like my favorite band right now.
Oh, damn.
And I haven't really like listened to them before.
No.
I'm pretty sure that our friend Philip has like showed me it before,
probably.
but I think I didn't really like get it then. But he was like, yeah, I listened to them like since I was 10. I was like, what the fuck? How I missed them.
Yeah.
So yeah, Lucky Boys Confusion and
nice.
Bossman.
Yeah.
Very fun song.
So in my panic to find a song, I was going to be like, let's do something a little bit more odd, but no, I'm gonna go big. So Raised Fist, the small band that no one has heard of. Yeah, and their song Anthem from their second to last album, I think it was. Maybe their latest album. Anyways, people usually go for the older stuff, which is great. Every Raised Fist song is almost the same, but Anthem is it packs quite a punch. though the recording isn't great, it lacks a bit in the top, so it kind of maxes out too early.
Yeah.
But it's an awesome track, and when they play it live, the whole crowd goes wild.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
When do they usually play it live? Is it like an outro song or
No,
like
in the middle,
in
like.
the middle?
And I think we talked about this before, but their band, they don't like to practice. When I saw them last time, they were on Grönlunds Stora Scen, I think. Yeah, it was. The singer was like, "Yeah, we don't like to practice, so this is our practice session. So if we don't sound like our songs on the album, you know why? Because it's boring. This is more fun."
Yeah.
And yeah, so it never sounds exactly the same, but the feel and everything.
Yeah,
that's nice.
And I would say that he is the one that's usually, he doesn't forget lyrics or something, but the drummer can miss sometimes, and the guitarist plays the wrong part, and like, oh shit, I'm over here right now. So but it's good fun. They're a very funny band. So
nice.
And pioneers in their area.
Yeah,
for sure.
And they're gonna play, I know, in Göteborg Brinner.
Right.
Which I have plans to maybe go to. I'm trying to hype up some people so we can go down there.
It's like only your favorite bands there.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a perfect Andreas show.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm getting more excited because, as we all know, Throne is coming out with new music, and they're one of the acts that will be playing. So
yeah.
And of course, In Flames, and they will be releasing a new album soon. So
and Avatar.
Avatar is playing their last show for this tour there. So that's why I also want to go.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good Andreas day.
Yeah, exactly. So Raised Fist Anthem.
Nice.
The whole album is great, but Anthem is just a notch higher.
I can't really recall the song, but I mean, if it's called Anthem, it has to be good.
Yeah. There's no bad Anthem song.
Exactly.
To my knowledge.
I was gonna say.
Yeah. There probably is.
Probably.
Yeah. But I only know like 2. And they're great.
And they're great.
But moving on. So we were at a show 2 days ago.
Yeah.
We saw Written by Wolves, Solence, and what was the first band called?
Stupid that I can't really recall.
The Gradients.
Exactly.
Gradients. So Gradients, Written by Wolves, and Solence.
Yeah.
Solence was the headline act. And we had the chance to talk to them, interview the guitarist and the synth player of the band. I think they're called David and Johan. It was a great chat. We had a lot of fun. Unfortunately, we didn't have a lot of time, but the time we had was great, and it was a lot of fun. And we might have wanted to like ask more music-related questions, but it just turned into like us talking a bunch of shit, and it was a lot of fun. So if you want to see that, you can watch it on our YouTube, and you will be able to hear it on Spotify as well. But I recommend you watch the video, because it's more fun. But
you get all the hand gestures and stuff.
Right. And the laughing and I think we did
the stupid stuff.
Some stupid stuff.
Some good reactions. Too. I mean, they're probably gonna be good at like in audio. But also like you wanna see some reactions that we throw out there. So we're not gonna spoil too much of the contents of that interview, but go check that out. Maybe let's talk briefly about the show as well. So I was only there, unfortunately, for the 2 first bands. I had to leave early, but we came sort of halfway into the first set of Gradients, I think. And they also had a guest singer. I think their original singer was sick or something.
which I mean, I hadn't heard of this band before, but I think that person who sang did a great job. It sounded great.
Yeah, he was awesome. He was from another band. I didn't actually hear what he said when
No.
I think it was the guitarist who said
Yeah.
this is our and I don't know what has happened with their singer.
No.
But I actually looked at pictures before just to see what kind of band it was, and I got a little confused because the singer didn't look like any of the two singers that I've seen from the two bands. So it's like, is there a third band playing?
Yeah.
Sort of. But then he said, yeah, we're ingredients. So then it all clicked. That, and then he said that they had a spare singer.
Yeah.
And he was awesome.
Yeah, he was great.
Yeah.
He fit the role perfectly. I think, well, maybe for fans of Gradients it was a little off or something. I think it sounded great.
Yeah.
And they were sort of a mix of like death metal and throne-ish, like trap-infused metal.
Yeah.
A bit of rapping, screaming, and then some death metal vocal parts and a lot of blast beats and heavy stuff. It was really cool, actually. I was surprised.
And they switched great from all the different parts.
Yeah.
And when the singer went from, the death metal screamy stuff to singing very softly, he did it in an instance, and
they could like easily go to like a modern metalcore. Just like melodic.
Yeah.
And then go to like death metal.
Yeah,
exactly.
Because the guitarist did a lot of the death metal vocals.
Yeah.
And well, maybe the original singer does that too. I don't know. Maybe they swapped it out since he wasn't there. But it sounded great, and I was pleasantly surprised. It's always fun hearing a band for the first time live.
And Danish.
Yeah. Also
from Denmark,
fellow Nordic brethren.
Yeah.
Usually we don't like Denmark, but they were great.
They were great. But
in this instance,
I can't really recall seeing a Danish band.
No,
like top of my head.
DAD.
But I haven't seen them.
Seen. Okay.
Yeah. I haven't seen. Otherwise, you have what's it called? The ones that did the Gasoline.
Isn't it the Gasoline? Isn't that the name of the band?
Maybe. It's
if we're thinking about the same band, but there is
This
a band
is
called Gasoline.
They're called Gasoline.
Yeah,
I thought it was a song.
but you also have Volbeat.
right? Volbeat.
Volbeat, of course.
You probably have seen Volbeat.
No.
Wow.
Actually, won tickets to it, but they arrived too late in the mail, so I couldn't go. Yeah.
Wow.
Fuck PostNord.
Yeah.
Who is Danish, by the way.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But yeah, great first act, and then we went on to the second one, which was Written by Wolves.
Yeah.
And in the crowd, I saw probably like merch-wise, they had really cool merch. First of all, so maybe that's why a lot of people wore it. But there were more Written by Wolves shirts than Solence.
Yeah.
At least to my what I could see, but they were also like very apparent. Like they had Written by Wolves on the back and with like a puffy print, so it stuck out a lot.
You saw it very clearly.
Yeah, and Solence had more of the like classic tour T-shirts. And it was they were also great, like from New Zealand. Which is crazy to get here right now from New Zealand with the current world state, with a bunch of wars and missiles flying everywhere, and
kind of
scary.
like how they notice it during the show too, like how they tell us about like how it took like 30 to 40 hours to just get here, and so happy to be playing here and all that.
Which is crazy and great that they came all the way here, and I think, like, looking at the venue when we were there, it did, like, there were more people when they started playing than when we got there.
Yeah.
Because it was sort of, like, empty at first, which didn't really matter. It was a great vibe, and the sound was great as well. But I was happy to see that there were more people when they finished their set. There was quite a lot of people in the venue.
Yeah, so you could see that people maybe were eating some food or stuff, and didn't come exactly when they started, and it started filling up. And also after you left, they came a lot of people, so it was pretty packed at the end of it. So.
Very nice.
Also got to throw in at Gradients, the bass.
Oh yeah,
I mean the whole fucking house just vibrated the fuck
sound wise.
Yeah,
and the snare cannons, they had tasteful, like
Yeah.
Super nice.
Yeah,
I remember we stood out by the wardrobe.
Yeah.
I was like, just heard a
Yeah.
we were like, shit.
I was very lucky that I remembered my earplugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same here.
Because you wouldn't have heard anything
No.
if you didn't have them in.
Yeah.
And also one thing I noted was that the two bands they shared the bass set of the drums.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So like the bass drum and I don't know, hängpukor, I don't know what that
Yeah,
is.
toms.
Yeah,
the floor toms
yeah,
and the
floor
regular toms.
And they just switched out the snare and some different parts.
Cymbals, yeah.
And also the foot pedals.
Yeah.
But the bass of it was the same, which it's smart because you save on space and in the logistic way and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool when you can come up with a solution that's
And written by Wolves, they were more like a disco party metal feeling. They weren't as heavy as the first band, but they did some screaming and they had heavy parts, but it was more dancey, like not really a mosh pit type of vibe, more like jumpy.
Yeah, and I would say that the singer's voice was in the same area of Ben from Billy Talent.
Yeah, sort of. And even almost little Brendan Urie, like Panic at the Disco.
I thought more like Brendan.
Yeah, but
more Fall Out Boy also.
The high notes were a bit not exactly like Ben, because as you know, he's one of my favorite singers, but so it's hard to compare, but in the same area.
That like just I don't know, high pitched scream.
Exactly.
The one that cracks out.
Exactly.
That was actually the same.
But other times it was Brendan Urie sort of stuff.
But also, as I said, like I don't know, more of like the poppy Fall Out Boy side of it, like Mania period. I think.
And also, as both you and I noted at the same time, he came out almost exactly like Howlin' Pelle from The Hives. It was the same mannerisms and
kind of had the same hair too.
Exactly. And he twirled the microphone in the same way and stuff. So but hey, it was cool. So it worked.
It worked. He had a sparkling
blazer.
And
jacket,
also pants.
Yeah. It was nice. They brought out more lights as well, so that kind of complemented with the glittering. And they also did a lot of like strobing lights.
And they had much of that backlit thing, so you just see the silhouette. And he worked it because he danced and twirled and stuff, so they knew what they were doing. So
also only 3 members of that band, which was kind of cool to me. And also, like, I only caught that at the end, but they played a lot of covers. I don't know if they only played covers because I didn't recognize the other songs.
No. I think they had a few of their own.
I think so too. But there was like Elastic Heart from Sia and End of Beginning with Joe.
The Chicago one.
Exactly.
And that was great. It's fun, when you can recognize songs from a band. Like, it's a smart way of doing it, I think, when you're playing at a show in a foreign country, supporting a headlining band from that country. Like, I think it's a smart move, that because we didn't know who they were, and if you play like 1 or 2 covers, then that's great because we're in. Like, we can at least maybe sing the chorus. I think it's a smart move to get the party started.
And also, he was very smart because he got the audience worked up. Because he stood on the balusters and sang to people, and if people were taking pictures, he stood there and looked in the camera and stuff, so he got the crowd with him.
And a lot of cheers, he was drinking beer and getting people along.
Exactly.
It was fun.
He was a very smart, from a PR perspective. He was a genius.
And you can also tell, and I don't want to say anything bad about Gradients, because I think in music terms they were better than Written by Wolves to me, but they felt a little bit more shy in terms of working the crowd. They got one little mosh pit going at the end, but it was also there wasn't that many people, and the people that actually wanted to mosh were kind of tame in the mosh pit as well.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a crazy mosh pit. It was like 10 people at best.
Yeah.
But at least they got that going. But for Written by Wolves, they had a lot of people jumping.
Yeah.
And like he spoke more to the crowd. But that was also probably because the singer of Gradients wasn't there, and he probably does a lot of the crowd work otherwise. So they weren't used to that.
Yeah. And for Written by Wolves, I thought it was a bit cute because in the end we're like, yeah, can we ask you for something? Can you all come up and we can take a picture with all of you? And it wasn't that usual stuff when the band members just stand there and get their picture taken, and it's all very mechanical.
Yeah,
they were like, pretty please, can we have a picture? Almost. And people were like, yeah.
And that was fun.
And they were just like, can you step up and we can get a picture of all of you? And I think that's nice.
Yeah,
how they did. And they stood in the merch booth.
Yeah,
the entire evening.
Yeah.
So when Solence had played their show, they were still there.
Yeah.
And they took pictures and talked to people and everything. So yeah.
I also saw the guitarist of Gradients was also at the merch booth.
Yeah.
For like the entire evening, I assume, because when I left, he was there.
Yeah, I think he actually was there when we left too.
Yeah, but they had like their own little merch booth
by the side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, he was still there.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. And then Solence, of course, which I missed. So you guys take it away.
Go, Andreas.
Okay. So I haven't listened to them a lot. I listened to some songs when Anton saw them as the first act of Nothing More, was it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Like in October or something, so it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah. And as you know, but my brother thought that it was me who saw Nothing More.
Yeah.
And that when we were posting on our social medias and stuff, and he thought it was me who was there. And he was like, yeah, I'm going to check what my brother's listening to. And he got hooked on Solence.
Yeah.
So he thought that they were great. I think that if he hadn't had other stuff to do, he would have come with us.
Yeah.
So he's like, oh, yeah, they're cool and everything. And I was like, do you listen to them? Yeah.
And with that said, your brother is super picky, to be honest.
Very picky.
So that's a huge honor.
Yeah.
Exactly. He doesn't usually go for new bands. He listens to the same stuff he has done for 25 years. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. But as I started listening to them more, and when we got the tickets and the chance to interview them, I had to listen to them more just so I could research and stuff. And I actually, the more I listened to them, the better they became. Because at first I was like, not really my thing, and I could pick a song or two. But the more I listen to them, there's still some songs I don't like at all. But some are really bangers.
Yeah.
I'm a bit disappointed. We'll get to it, but they didn't play one of my favorite songs, so that was a bit disappointing. But yeah, but they were great. The energy was awesome, and they worked the crowd like hell.
Yeah.
And it was a bit funny because it almost looked like they knew half of the crowd.
Yeah.
Because when they came out, the guitarists were like, "Oh, it's you, and it's you, and it's you." Almost everyone in there. So I don't know if he really knew all of the people, but yeah. And
I guess it's their only Swedish show on this tour.
Yeah,
it's also like their first headlining tour, so that's awesome. But I think they were their only tour in Sweden.
Yeah,
I think so.
And they're from Stockholm.
Yeah, or Norrköping.
Norrköping.
Yeah.
Close enough.
Close enough. I think I read that they were formed in Stockholm. So I don't know if they're from Norrköping but moved here. I don't give.
They're from
Norrköping.
They're from Norrköping, and they were formed there, but they have been. That's also part of the interview.
Yeah,
because
I'm not gonna say anymore.
No,
I wasn't part of the interview, so that's why.
Yeah.
I missed that stuff. Unfortunately, I had to work. Boo-hoo.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, they were awesome, and the songs that I liked before, I liked even more now. I like even more now. And some of the songs that were kind of mid, they actually got bumped. So, it's the live response thing.
Oh yeah.
So Anton.
Yeah, I mean, I was the one who actually like knew them, as we said, for the longest. So when I saw that they were coming, I was kind of like hyped because I knew that they were like a good live band with the like electronic, like EDM rock almost. But they were really great, as you said, like super intro with Angels Calling. That was like a super blast, like that. We know that like Ukrainian like folk song stuff that is going on in the early parts of it just started to like I don't know, just to build up.
Yeah, and also the intro before it, where it's the voice that's like hyping up, and this is the Solence experience and all that stuff. So you get pumped, and then the song starts and it's a banger. So
yeah, exactly. But no, they were really great, and also I think it's cool like when you've seen a band before and you were like, oh, this was really good, but I'm unsure if I'm gonna listen that much more on it. But now it's like, you know, you get like some kind of connection with it, and you start to like it even more, as Andreas almost said. So I think that part is very cool too. And also I think, as we said, with Gradients and written by Wolves, it's cool like that when Solence came on, they escalated that level of professionalism. That was really cool too, because they were like super good at that. They knew what they're doing, and like they are actually a pretty big band, but it feels like maybe not that many people know about them in Sweden. Even though they're from here, which is crazy. But yeah, super talented and good live.
And also a funny thing that you and I noted also was when the guitarist did his like you and you. He pointed at Anton and I'm like, oh, funny, and went over to me because he thought I was you and was like, no.
He did that.
So it was really funny because I saw, because he pointed at Anton and I was like, oh sure, because he saw it, and I was standing right beside him, so it's like, no.
It kind of looked back at me like, what the fuck? Where's the other guy?
And it was that they really, was it the same guy? Was it not?
I mean, it's quite a big difference. So he must have been really confused.
I mean, height-wise, almost.
He was like, sure, but like super confused, like continued playing.
It was very funny to see his expression, because it was like, was it? No, he didn't have a beard.
No.
Weird. So
it was super funny.
When we talked about it after, I was like, yeah, that was really funny. It was a very internal joke, because I don't think nobody saw that except us, but very funny thing to see.
Exactly.
That made it hell of a lot more fun.
Next time I'm definitely sticking around to see the full show. But I had to bounce early, unfortunately. But it was a lot of fun talking to them.
So, and also they came on actually relatively late. I mean, it was almost like 10:30. 9:30.
I think it was pretty late.
Something like that. I mean, it wasn't a big problem like that, but for you who had to bounce, it's like
I would have waited at least half an hour. And then maybe they played for like an hour, maybe a little bit more.
It was almost like an hour and
it was pretty long.
50 minutes.
Yeah, because that was one of the downsides. It was a bit too long. Some of the songs they could have cut out. But I get it. They played for a home crowd, and
of course,
and they wanted to maximize. But as we talked about after the show, was like they could have cut two songs or something.
Maybe. But or maybe that if you don't have like a second band before, like,
exactly.
Would it only been one band and then they came on like around 8:30? That would be a totally different. Then we could probably have taken like 2 songs more instead.
Exactly.
But like when there's so many bands and it gets pretty late, you kind of get like tired and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah, because and that's another thing, because the energy was on top
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
whole set,
Yeah.
and it gets exhausting because you're very hyped and everything. And also one downside. Do you remember the song I was talking about with the strobes?
Yeah. When you had it right in your eye.
Because they had a strobe light that was pointing exactly at my eyes.
It was the long one, Blood, Sweat and Tears.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
So I actually couldn't look at the stage. I had to close my eyes and bend down my head because it hurt my eyes. So that was a big downer.
Yeah.
And it was just the one light, and I don't know, I was standing in the exact spot where it was. So that was kind of hard. So that was the worst song for me.
Yeah.
The song is fine.
Yeah.
A bit too long.
I was gonna say that. Also, like, it's their longest song probably because it's like 7 minutes.
Yeah.
So they have like a regular song and then a big like guitar solo, like a November Rain stuff going on. But the funny thing was, like, I was actually watching Andreas, I think, at that part, and I was seeing him like standing with his head forward, and I was like, is he asleep or something? I'm like, he's so still. Like, could he have fallen asleep?
Yeah.
Could he?
Maybe he's just really enjoying the music.
Yeah. He's locked in.
Well, I actually can sleep standing up, so it wouldn't have been too far,
I can see that
far away.
somehow.
I've done it before, so. But no, it was only because it was very hard to.
Yeah.
And it was just on that song, and the entire set. There was no problem, even with that light.
Yeah.
Because I looked up at it, I think 2 songs later or something, and it was like not as bright or as something. Yeah, very weird.
Also very cool with the set. We talked about it a bit after, but they play the Warriors, the Imagine Dragons cover.
Oh yeah.
I think that was very cool, but especially because they brought up their old guitarist.
Oh, cool.
So he came up and played and everything, and that felt like that must been just for this show.
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty cool, even though like we spoke about it a bit, like you don't necessarily have to play that song because you have other songs that are not necessarily better because Warriors are awesome, but it's a cover and all of that. But just for this cause, I think it was really cool.
Yeah. And when he got up on stage, the old guitarist, he put on headphones with the string. They weren't trådlösa.
Wireless.
Thank you. Just escaped me. So he's standing pretty still, but towards the end where he was going to do a solo against the new the other guitarist, he just threw them off, and I was like, damn, his ears are gonna hurt tomorrow. But he rocked that solo.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool.
Super cool.
Yeah, he was a cool guitarist too.
Yeah. Otherwise, I mean, surprisingly with the setlist, I think they played a lot of the, like, I guess my favorites and the fast, funny, like, as we said, like almost EDM typed songs, like in the beginning.
Yeah.
So opening with Angels Calling, straight after your song came on.
Blackout.
I know. Or was it even the Good Fucking Music directly
I think
after?
that was...
And then Blackout. So it was like 3 bangers straight away. And I was like, that was for me like, I could leave right now because these are the most fun and best songs, I think. So I was like super satisfied already there. I was like, damn.
Yeah. And as I said before, they didn't play Thunder. Which is one of my favorites. So that was a bummer. And I thought that they were going to play Good Fucking Music last, because it's their biggest song. And it's super catchy in the verse and everything, and the chorus. But they played that as their second song, and I was like, let's see where they're going with this. And as they played on, I was like, maybe Thunder will be in the end, but maybe. No. So that was a bit disappointing, but you can't have it all.
Yeah.
No, exactly. I also think like Fuck the Bad Vibes was like a shame that they didn't play.
Yeah.
As we spoke about previously, also like I think that's also like a super fun song and almost like Good Fucking Music. It's just basically the same words all over the place, but super fun. So that would be my disappointment to not to hear.
Yeah.
But yeah,
cool.
good fucking show.
Yeah.
So if they're gonna come back, but if you get the possibility to see them, go see them.
Yeah.
Just for the fun. Like
Yeah.
I can't see like that nobody will not like this at
Like the
live.
energy.
Yeah, exactly. Like even though you don't maybe like the music or whatever, I think you will get behind the show.
Yeah.
Because it's just fun.
Yeah.
And they have the great chemistry all over the place.
And also one of the, I think it's a meme that they have made, because a lot of people, and I mean a lot of people, had notes that said we're only here for good fucking music.
Mm-hmm.
So we were starting to wondering if they handed them out,
Mm-hmm.
or if people actually print them themselves. And so I don't know, but it was pretty fun, because when they started playing good fucking music, everyone held them up.
Yeah.
So
nice.
I will have to check out if it's a meme or what's the deal with it.
Yeah.
Cool.
What's the deal with that?
What's the deal with that?
Yeah.
But maybe just give a rating on the whole experience, because it's pretty hard to pick a song from a lot of these artists. And I wasn't even there, so I'll just have to give my rating based on the 2 first acts.
Yeah.
But let's start with you, Anton.
Rating first.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna give it like an 8.
Mm-hmm.
I think Solence was phenomenal. The other bands were great, but not really my type.
Mm-hmm.
But it was still a good experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, I second that. 8.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
So,
yeah. I think I'm gonna say a 7, because I didn't get to see Solence.
Exactly.
And yeah, I think the second band, written by Wolves, was, they upped the energy, but I didn't enjoy their music as much as Gradients.
Yeah.
So it's like a give and take.
Yeah.
Sort of. Yeah. And do you guys have any favorite songs that they played?
I will have to say good fucking music.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably say that too.
Yeah.
It's the boring answer, but
it's their biggest song for a reason, probably.
Yeah, if they had played Thunder though, maybe.
Yeah.
But good fucking music.
Angels
Calling was also.
I was gonna say that. Probably Angels Calling, because it was like a super smash start. It was like 1, 2, 3, go. So cool.
But I will have to say good fucking music.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. And then let's move on to a different show, which you guys also, I wasn't there. So yeah.
You get to shut up even more.
Yeah. So you guys saw Poppy and Fox Lake.
Yeah.
And now I had the name in my head just a minute ago. Hang on. Start with Fox Lake.
Ocean Grove.
Yeah, Ocean Grove.
Okay, cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, you guys go ahead. I'll just drink my beer.
So
cheers.
Cheers. It started out with Fox Lake, I don't know, like Limp Bizkit hardcore band, almost, something like that, from USA, and the second band, Ocean Grove, came from Australia, and then obviously Poppy.
Yeah.
Also very nice that I got to see a band from New Zealand and one from Australia this week.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. Like, I'm so happy.
Yeah.
But, so we came maybe like half an hour before the show actually started, and we saw, and we heard Fox Lake start. I was like, we're gonna check it out.
Yeah.
Also, we listened to them like the same day because we didn't know them really. So we thought, we're going to check them out at least. And as obviously as it is when it's like 3 bands, there was a little bit fewer people there at the first, but I think they really got things going there too. Super good energy. Like I mean, maybe the band I'm most surprised by this week. Even though like Poppy and Solence are amazing live, but this was crazy. This is crazy good. And obviously, like the drummer, we have to start with that. I mean, his energy, like I can't forget it. Like it was so amazing. Like he was like, I don't know, just standing up, just like throwing his arm around all the time, like pushing people around, like come on, let's go, like almost like jumped and just smashed the drums.
He killed his drum set.
Yeah, he actually killed it.
It's awesome to see. And I don't know how he got his stick to survive.
Yeah.
But because he hit it so fucking hard.
Yeah.
But not in the way that it's too hard so it sounds bad. He still had full control over the drum set. It was crazy. And like you said, I had no expectations. I listened to 2 songs before and I was like, yeah, okay, sort of. But holy fucking shit, they were good live.
Fuck yeah.
So yeah, I'm also very surprised about how good they were. And I sent a clip to my other brother, who listens to a lot of hardcore, and he was like, "I have to check these guys out because this sounds awesome." And he said from the filming, he was like, "The sound quality is really good." And I was like, "Yeah, you should see it here because it's awesome."
I even sent it to our buddy Marcus, who we run into some shows sometimes. I've sent it to him. Actually, that we were on Poppy, but he was like, "Did you see Fox Lake?" And I was like, "Yeah, we saw Fox Lake." And he was like, "Fuck, I wanted to see them." I was like, "Yeah, they were awesome." So he was totally jealous.
And it was kind of funny because the singer said that he had broken his foot or something. So he didn't move around as much. But the energy he put out was still 300%. So
it's crazy how much energy he gave from like doing it. Totally nothing. Like he didn't really do much, but it still felt like he did a lot. He just stood around. But yeah, like, and they also, like, as I said, with the drummer and everything, like they had like a super like tough energy, but also like when they had their breaks, they were like super nice as usually. Like it's like, thank you guys so much, blah blah blah, just so calm. But then they just kicked the shit out of that music. But yeah, it was so good.
Nice.
Just like I don't know, just their melodies and their songs. I mean, it's so catchy and good screams. And he sounded so good, as you said, like live. We're coming to Ocean Groove with his vocals later. But they sounded so perfectly good. So yeah, that was so nice.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And also, he did the sort of rapping parts and went to the screaming parts also fluidly. He was like slipping in and out of it. It was really cool to see. I'm really glad that we got there to see them. Because we talked about before when we were sitting and eating. We said that we're not in a hurry. We don't have to see them. You know, if we see them, great. But who knows? So I'm really happy that we got there in time.
And also like they have that like 90s sound of like vinyl scratching, like old rap and stuff like that. And it's like, it's not like it hasn't been used before, but it kind of felt like they did it in a fresh way. Because like if you take it away, they're like pretty much like a regular hardcore band, but this made it more like fresh, like they weren't like in the box of the same type of bands that do that music. So that was cool also.
Nice.
That it worked live too. And I thought probably like the last song, Freestyle, was the best.
I think the song that they had, which was a collab with
Paleface
is Swiss. Was it Blackout also? No, it wasn't Blackout.
Gaslight.
Gaslight. Yeah, that one was the best one.
Let's see if we get to see it from Paleface when we see it.
That would be pretty cool. So on to Ocean Groove. Who was a step down. Because if I just start with the sound, it was terrible in comparison. You couldn't quite hear the singer, and sometimes the guitars and stuff. It got lost in the sounds of everything. It was really weird because it was such a big step down from the first band. And we thought it was weird because if I had chosen which band to play first, I would have picked them to play first and then got over to
Fox Lake.
And it was very weird music that they did a lot of stuff. Sorry, incorporated into one thing. So it was a bit of hip hop and rap and stuff, and some singing, and some screaming. Not very much screaming though, but still a bit of it. And one thing that I couldn't get out of my head was that the singer looked exactly like Vanilla Ice.
Yep.
And acted like him, all the mannerisms and everything. If you've ever seen Vanilla Ice, he's not the coolest guy around, if you know what I mean. And this guy wasn't the coolest guy. He danced a lot and did things with his hands, and it wasn't for me. And also he had a tracksuit on. Was it Adidas or Nike? Nike Air was the one. Yeah, and also he had black gloves on. For some weird reason, which made the whole outfit feel really weird. But he had an aesthetic he liked, so I'm not gonna kick him down too much for it. But it was weird. And also the music was fine, but I will not be listening to them anymore than that time, because it wasn't that good. In my opinion.
Yeah, but I think he kind of rocked the outfit, I think. But as we said on the spot, like the bassist also had like a tracksuit, but the guitarist was like more of that architect styled, like just black shirt, like a big
jacket,
necklace.
Oh yeah.
Just that. But he was just like more cool, like regularly, and the drummer was super basic. So it felt like the style wasn't that synced, and sometimes it doesn't matter. But here it felt like it was like 50-50. Like we tried to be something totally different, and the other ones we don't care. So I don't know. I didn't really like that because the bassist, he also wear a tracksuit, and it felt like they tried to, I don't know, just to show him off much more than the other guys. Which made it like, I don't know, just a bit more, what can you say? Just they looked more funny. Like it wasn't cool in the same way. But I think the singer rocked it a bit more. But as you said, like, I don't know, the guitars could kind of like go away sometimes, but I think worstly the singing was the worst. It was like when they actually like went down very low many times, you heard him like regular singing, but every chorus he like disappeared totally. You couldn't hear anything from him. So that was a really bummer, because I was actually like thinking they were pretty good before. Like when I listened to them on Spotify, Fox Lake was obviously already better than them, but I was more disappointed here. That didn't really work out, but it could be a live thing too. But didn't really buy the vibe from them. So a bit sad for that.
But then to Poppy.
And she delivered as usual. And that was crazy. I mean,
she didn't deliver negative space though.
No.
Zero
or Eat the Hate.
No, not Eat the Hate either.
But Crystallize.
I got the clip from Anton and I was like, fuck. But I would have been even more fuck if she played Eat the Hate. Because I have seen Crystallize live. Which is fantastic.
But it was really funny because when you heard the first bars of it, I was like, here he comes. Rasmus gonna beat himself up.
But that felt like actually a song like she could have skipped before, because like this was the new album cycle. So I thought maybe she would skip this one actually. but she played it, and I'm super happy for that too.
Yeah, I mean,
it's an awesome song. So.
Yeah, but it's like I love it on Spotify, but it's a whole different vibe live because it's more rocky, like with the live band.
Yeah,
it's like, I don't know if you can relate to it, but it's like a classic thing, like with Kiss, like I Was Made for Loving You, Baby.
Yeah.
That's like the same vibe that on Spotify or the recordings are like so much more disco.
Yeah.
But they never played it disco wise. It's like it's always been more rock.
Yeah.
Live, much harder.
Yeah.
So that's like the same vibe with Crystallize.
Yeah.
It's much more like poppy or
electronic. Yeah.
Yeah, and a weird thing, because as you said, it was for this album cycle. She didn't play Unravel.
No, that's you mentioned that, and I was surprised by that as well, because that was one of the first singles, and I think it's a great song too.
Yeah,
which would make for a great live song as well.
So if we talked about it before, and I was like, yeah, Unravel, she will obviously play because it was the first single and it's very big and everything. So when it was over, I was like, that was weird.
Yeah, that was super weird.
Actually. So, yeah. But she played a lot of the good songs from the last album.
Yeah.
Which, as we talked about, we all liked more than the most recent album. The most recent album is great, but the last one was better.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, that's fine. But
all of them are bangers.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you've seen her before, maybe like, as I could feel like you could be a bit disappointed that you maybe didn't really get a deep cut from any of the albums, more like that. But at the same way, I mean, if you haven't seen her before, you want at least the big hits.
Yeah.
But like it would have been cool, like with Negative Space or as I said to you, like Ribs.
Yeah.
Something like that was more unexpected. But this was like all the big songs.
Yeah.
And a few from the latest album that was maybe a bit unexpected. Time will tell. I think that was a music video too, and maybe a late single or something.
Yeah, maybe.
And it was really great live too. Like better than I expected, but it's not one of my favorite songs from the last album. So like that was one you could have switched maybe or so. And also like I'm not a big fan of the older stuff. Like these two albums are the ones I really like. So it's like Scary Mask, very good live. It's always fun because it's so like I don't know, it just shifts from the super poppy stuff to the truly harsh stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of like I don't enjoy them that much either. So to me, I could really skip just everything that's older.
Did she play Girls in Bikinis?
No.
Damn.
No.
I really want to see that one live, actually.
Yeah.
Because it's probably one of her bigger poppy songs, like the not poppy in as her name, just a poppy song.
Yeah.
But I think that one is super catchy.
Yeah.
And I think as crystallized with the live band, I think that could be a fun thing. Like the energy will be completely different compared to the Spotify version. So I think that could work actually as like a sort of, it would lean more into pop rock then, like, and that would be fun, I think.
Yeah, super.
Yeah.
Also cool, like from when we saw her last time, it kind of like developed the band. There was like a girl who played the rhythm guitar.
Yeah,
I would say.
She did some solos too.
Yeah, truly. But like, developed like the outfits and stuff. So when we saw her on Broken, they were like skiing masks, or whatever. And now they were like more of like Slipknot masks, or
if
something
you think,
like that.
Think about almost like Corey's mask from Volume 3, that era, and you could almost see sort of a clownish theme to it. So demented clowns and everything. But all of the four other people in the band had the same thing. It was only Poppy who didn't have a mask, of course.
I really like that. Like she goes so like full on the like I don't know, the horror theme.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like I think that's so cool.
Yeah.
And I think I don't actually know because they all wore masks, but I don't think many of the people who we saw on Broken Summer was the same people who played here.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Because
'cause-
they were much more like bulk.
yeah, exactly.
On the Broken.
Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
with like big guys.
Yeah.
This was like, I don't know, partly like a girl on the rhythm guitar.
Yeah,
as
yeah,
you said.
she
Like,
definitely wasn't.
She wasn't there, obviously.
Yeah.
but like the other guys were like, much more skinny
Yeah.
generally.
And I also noted that the bassist, he was pretty cool. He usually stood in the background, sort of. But on one song, he actually got up and screamed.
Mm-hmm.
And he had a really nice screaming voice. So I would really like to see a song where she duets with him more.
Mm-hmm.
She can do her usual stuff, and then he can scream a bit, because he was really good. And I had no idea who he is, because obviously he had a mask.
They did the same thing on Broken, I think, where one of the guitarists sang a bit and also
Yeah,
screamed,
exactly.
and he was really good as well.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was like, whoa, who's this guy?
And that guy, I'm 99% sure wasn't in
No,
this band.
because he was really big too.
Yeah,
like you
exactly.
could see that he was jacked.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So yeah.
None of these guys were like, jacked as that. Like, they were pretty skinny as I said. Otherwise, I think I liked the regular guitar, his masks the most.
Yeah.
Who did the solos and stuff like that, the big riffs.
Nice.
Yeah, they're really cool mask.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought it was really funny. What's the name? The mask song, where she came out.
Scary mask.
Scare mask. Because she has a mask that she holds out to the public, the audience, I mean. And she's walking one way towards the center of the stage and holds the mask to the side of her face. And we stood kind of on the side, so I could see her actual face. And she was obviously talking to the female guitarist, and they obviously said something funny because she laughed. And you could see that she was like, damn it, this is a serious song. So when she turned around and flipped the mask to the side, she had a serious face on, but it was like 2 seconds before she was like laughing or something.
That's
It was really funny to see. It was almost like she got caught up in herself and like, oh damn it, this is a serious thing, and don't laugh. But but she was awesome. But we've said that before, and she delivered exactly what we expected.
Yeah.
Yeah, also like Van. Awesome.
Yeah.
Again, live. And to be honest, like, that's not my favorite song. I'm not that big fan of the violence against nature. Like, not a big fan.
No.
But it works.
Yeah.
It's so effective, and like when it goes down, it goes down.
Yeah.
And everyone loves it live. So that was actually really cool.
Yeah.
And one thing that was pretty funny, because she said, I have assignments for you. 2 assignments. I don't remember both of them, but one was, I want to see a mosh pit.
Yeah.
A circle pit, she said. And as we were in Follan, it's a weird shape for the room, because the pillars make it hard to move around. So it wasn't a circle pit, it was a elliptical pit, sort of. So that was pretty funny to see. But the crowd, when she said that, the crowd started moving, and you couldn't hold on. We went like 15 meters to the side without. I don't think I ever touched the ground. I was just pushed there. So that was wild and crazy. But that was pretty cool to see.
Yeah.
Any favorite songs from that show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hard to pick.
I always enjoy Cost of Giving Up.
Yeah, that's a great one.
But maybe I have to say They're All Around Us is,
I was gonna say,
like the most, I don't know, just awesome song live. It was so like good vibe generally, like in the whole venue. Like everyone was just pumping up there.
Yeah.
And also like a pretty late song. I don't
Yeah.
know if it's
Second to last, I think.
second last.
Yeah.
New Way Out is last.
I think
Yeah.
that was.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that was the best one live.
Mhm.
But yeah.
And I think that's one. I think that's actually my favorite song of hers
Yeah.
overall. So it's awesome. But I actually really liked Man.
Yeah.
Violence Against Nature.
Yeah.
It slaps so hard. And unlike you, it's one of my favorite songs also. It's definitely a top 3 song for me.
Yeah.
And she played it pretty early on, like the third song or something. So I wasn't expecting it this early.
Yeah.
So when the sound came on and you know it, everyone was like, "Oh my god, it's coming!" Because a lot of people were there for that song.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a crazy thing. Like, that's how you feel when the songs come on.
Yeah.
Like, everyone is like, "Oh, fuck, it's already."
Yeah.
So,
And maybe that's the difference between like Poppy has so many good songs, like compared to maybe Solence, where they played 3 of their maybe biggest songs at the start, and Poppy can spread them out so evenly.
Yeah.
Like she can put They're All Around Us at the end, and then still have No Way Out as the last song, and you can start off with, I don't know what she went onto the stage with, but I'm guessing like a single from the latest album.
Yeah.
Which did she actually start with?
Yeah, good question.
Yeah, but anyway, like you get that sense of like, holy shit, this is my song so many times during the show.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you get like Crystallize, which maybe not a lot of other people like, but we like it a lot.
Yeah.
So you get that spread out, and I mean, we know almost every, from the last 2 records, we know every song from Poppy. And if she sticks to those, then we know those songs, so it's never like a dull moment.
Yeah.
But if you were to maybe, dip down in energy or pick a song that you haven't heard before, then that changes the vibe. But it doesn't really happen with an artist like Poppy.
Yeah.
Bruce Guy was the one that
Okay.
got on stage too.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, a single from the
Yeah.
latest album. So,
Yeah. And
Exactly.
also, like, in that matter, like, Bruce Guy, not one of my favorites either. But also, like, every song that isn't, like, not a big favorite, besides, like, as I said, the old tracks.
Yeah.
It's like, they were so good live, too. So, like, Bruce Guy was awesome.
Yeah.
But, as I said, I would easily change it to another song.
Yeah.
But it was super sick to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little bit jealous, but I also I don't have the cash.
No, but we saw her pretty
And
recently. I mean,
and you saw her in
Yeah.
the summer.
Yeah. But cool. And overall rating for the show, I'm gonna say an 8.
I think it would be an 8. If you take out the Ocean Groove, then it would be a 9.75.
yeah. I would probably say a 9 still. I think it was really cool. Even Ocean, because I think they somehow still sounds very good.
Yeah.
Like I think I could still listen to them. Like if you take Written by Wolves or the other guys, Gradients. I would probably not listen to them actually, like on Spotify, but I could probably still check out Ocean Groove.
Yeah.
It feels like both of those bands held such a high standard in some way.
Yeah, maybe that's a case of like, because usually it's better live, but
Yeah.
maybe this time it's better on Spotify,
Yeah, I think so.
which is unfortunate, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get your point.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's the show's done.
Yeah.
I don't really know what else we have on the schedule. I know that I am, I'm basically moving to the north part of Sweden for half a year. I'm not gonna be there for that long. It's a long time, but it's not that long.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be working there, so I won't be appearing as much. I'll join when I can, but I might be working a little bit too late some days to make it to the recording. And then I will also be doing it online, so it will be, a little bit more of a hassle, perhaps.
Yeah.
So it's going to be Anton and Andreas running the ship for a while.
Yeah.
Maybe have some special guests, see what happens with the 100 special thing. if it's gonna be a live event or maybe we bring in some guests, and we'll see. But I might not be here as much right now for the coming future. Just a heads up. I'm not leaving. I'm just
not abandoning the ship.
No, I'm just
docking at
and we're not leaving the show either.
No,
we'll keep going.
Yeah.
So
what else is there?
Do we have anything else?
Is there any news?
No, but I was thinking about Broken Summer.
Right. The giveaway ends the last of April. Which is a few weeks, 2 weeks.
Yeah. And we will be posting everywhere, but mostly on Instagram, and also, of course, in the podcast itself. We will tell you who won and everything like that. Yeah. But there's still time if you want to
join. There's there's not that many people, so your chances are pretty good at winning the tickets if you follow the instructions. Check out the first reel that we posted where me and Anton is at Östermalms IP slipping around on the ice. And then there's a second post up with just some information regarding the whole thing. So check those out, follow the instructions, enter the giveaway. It's pretty easy for 2 tickets.
And it's only one commentary with the body you want to go with that counts. So we will kind of take away
one person wins 2 tickets.
Exactly.
There's not 2 tickets to 2 people.
And hopefully maybe we can do something with the winner.
That would be fun. Maybe at the Broken.
Maybe we should have put that in the thing that you have to talk to us on Broken.
If they want to.
You have to.
You have to. No, you don't have to.
We'll probably reach out to whoever wins and see if they're down. And what else? I feel like we're missing things because usually we talk about a bunch of music. Right now it's only been shows and some information. Next few episodes we have Don Broco. Bill Murray just released his album.
Right.
There's probably a bunch of other stuff that has happened. Which I don't know about because I've only been listening to Don Broco and Bill Murray.
I have an album that could slip in sometime that I think you will appreciate.
Okay, but that's difficult.
Reveal it yet.
The difficult with Andreas maybe if you're running solo.
I thought you were going to say that you will hate.
No.
Okay.
It's good. And maybe you will like it too. But I have something in my back pocket.
Nice. It's going to be hard with me not being the mediator between the realms of Andreas and Anton.
Exactly. And also the Shinedown album will be coming out. There's some good stuff coming. And obviously, if there is a special album that you want us to talk about, just hit us up with that, or a song, or whatever. We'll try to do some form of review of that. And it will be a lot of concert reviews because we have a lot of concerts coming up.
Linkin Park is on the horizon.
Aries as well, which I unfortunately probably will miss.
That sucks.
Which is I haven't missed a show. I haven't been front row at one. Like I've always been there queuing up for way too early and chatting to the camera guy. But times change, War Chief, as Garrosh once said in a World of Warcraft cinematic.
Don't know.
No, it's okay. We'll see. If I very unlikely that I make it to that show, unfortunately. But hopefully. But you will be there, and a lot of our friends will be there, so you will at least talk about it. So that's good. I have some. I'm there in spirit at least.
Also, like, he released so much new music that I genuinely like a lot. Like, I didn't dislike the previous music, but maybe didn't really get behind it fully. But now I feel like I'm actually pretty stoked on this concert.
The latest album is much more mature sound wise. So I think it's gonna be a good show.
And the latest single there with
underscores. Very good.
Very good.
Yeah, I'm bummed, but he's gonna come back. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Is
Yeah,
there anything
that's it.
else?
I think that's it.
To the next 100.
Oh yeah.
To the next 100.
Cheers, motherfuckers.
Cheers.